What happens to us after we die? Is there an afterlife? These questions have sparked countless theories and beliefs about what awaits us after our physical bodies cease to exist. Many believe that there is a place or state of existence that a person's soul or consciousness enters after their physical body dies. This idea has been explored and interpreted in various ways by different cultures and religions. In this video, we will delve into some of the most well-known afterlife theories and their explanations. Quantum immortality is one of the most recent theories that has gained popularity in the scientific community. It proposes that consciousness can never truly die and will continue to exist in parallel universes. This theory suggests that when a person dies, their consciousness will continue to exist in a parallel universe where they did not die, effectively making them immortal. The simulation theory suggests that our current human experience is actually a simulated computerized reality, where humans themselves are artificially created. Philosopher Nick Bostrom supports this idea, citing the predicted advancements in computing power as evidence. He believes that future generations may use this power to create detailed simulations of their ancestors or similar beings, making it possible that we are currently part of a futuristic simulation. However, this theory relies on the assumption that future computing power will be capable of producing conscious beings, which is widely believed to be impossible by most people. This concept is known as Rosarianism. Cryogenics, the practice of cryogenics, also known as the freezing of human bodies, is not a theory related to the afterlife. Rather, it is a speculative practice that some believe can prevent death altogether. This idea suggests that when we die, our bodies can be preserved in cryogenic nitrogen chambers and brought back to life in the future with the help of advancements and medicines. However, as of January 2022, there is no evidence of anyone successfully being revived after undergoing cryogenics. The scientific feasibility of this practice remains uncertain, but that has not stopped approximately 500 people, mostly from the United States, from trying it. Cryogenics without the belief in a frozen head theory is simply a controversial and unproven method of preserving human bodies for potential revival in the future. Native American afterlife. Native American cultures have diverse beliefs about the afterlife, but many share a belief in a spirit world. This spirit world is seen as a place where the soul goes after death and can interact with the living. Some cultures believe in a happy hunting ground, a place where the deceased can continue their activities from their earthly life. Others believe in a cycle of reincarnation or a journey to the spirit world to reunite with ancestors. Parallel universe. The concept of a parallel universe, also known as the many worlds theory, has been depicted in numerous science fiction movies and comic books. However, some believe that there may be some truth to this theory. According to this idea, when we die, we do not cease to exist, but instead continue to live in the same universe, just in a different part of space and time. The many worlds theory suggests that for every possible outcome of an action, the universe splits into a duplicate of itself. This process, known as decohesion, is described by a doctoral student at Princeton University, Josh Clark, as similar to a choose-your-own-adventure book, but instead of making a choice, the universe splits into two based on each action taken. Dream theory. The theory of dreams is quite peculiar, more of a whimsical concept rather than one based on scientific proof. According to this theory, we are currently living inside our own dream, and when we wake up from this reality, we enter into a new one. Many people speculate this to be true because we are able to experience all of our senses in our dreams: taste, smell, and even touch. Even Helen Keller, the famous deaf and blind author, writes in her memoirs about being able to see and hear in her dreams, sensations she couldn't recall ever experiencing while awake. So is life just a grand, realistic dream? Aztec theory. According to the Aztec theory, the afterlife is divided into three paths: the sun, Mlang, or Tan. Depending on the way one dies, they will end up in a specific afterlife. For example, fallen soldiers and women who died during childbirth would become hummingbirds that follow the sun. Those who died from natural causes would go to MLON, which is similar to Satan in Aztec beliefs. Here, the deceased would embark on a journey through the 9 levels of hell, facing various challenges in order to reach the liberation of their soul. Finally, those who died by drowning or from disease would go to Tan, who ruled the Aztec version of heaven. Rastafarianism, an Abrahamic religion that emerged in Jamaica during the 1930s, is based on a unique interpretation of the Bible. Its followers believe that Jesus was a black African and that the commonly depicted white Jesus is a false god. As a result, they view Christianity as a creation of the white man and treat it with suspicion. Rastafarians see the two faiths as incompatible, as they cannot share the same God with their oppressors. They also have a distinct perspective on death, considering it a transition to another realm. They believe that the soul continues its journey after physical life, as long as the individual leads a righteous life. Due to this belief, they do not hold traditional funerals. Another belief held by Rastafarians is the never-ending life theory, which states that when humans die, they are reborn as a new person with no recollection of their previous life. This theory is similar to reincarnation, but without any religious connotations. Interestingly, 22% of secular Europeans and 20% of secular Americans subscribe to this belief. Cosmic theory. The cosmic theory posits that our individual consciousness is not confined to our bodies or a higher being, but rather belongs to the universe itself. Upon death, our consciousness is believed to return to the cosmos. Additionally, many people subscribe to the belief that the end of the world and the entire universe will occur in a span of 1 to 100 trillion years. This is due to the eventual depletion of gas needed for star formation, causing existing stars to run out of fuel and the universe to gradually become darker. This phenomenon is known as the Big Freeze or the heat death. Buddhism. Buddhist ideology maintains that the concept of reincarnation is far more intricate than the simplistic idea of an endless cycle of life. The belief in rebirth is rooted in the idea that an individual can be reborn into one of the 6 realms of samsara, which include the realm of gods, demigods, humans, animals, ghosts, and hell. Different schools of Buddhism have varying interpretations of rebirth, but it is generally understood that one's actions, or karma, determine their rebirth into either a favorable or unfavorable realm. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is to achieve nirvana, which entails breaking free from all worldly desires and focusing solely on spiritual enlightenment. Traditional Buddhist practices often revolve around accumulating merit and transferring it to others in hopes of attaining rebirth in the good realms and avoiding rebirth in the evil realms. Nothingness. The nothingness theory, also referred to as eternal oblivion, posits that death results in the loss of consciousness and nothing else. This theory is predominantly embraced by atheists and can evoke either a terrifying or comforting conclusion, depending on one's perspective. According to a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, 17% of Americans do not believe in any form of afterlife. Another similar concept is the uncertain theory, which does not necessarily propose that death leads to a state of emptiness, but rather acknowledges the unknown nature of what happens after we die. It suggests that it is impossible to truly know, thus rendering any discussion on the topic futile. Christian. The Christian belief on the afterlife is widely known and considered as the most prominent theory in Christianity. It revolves around the idea that by leading a virtuous and spiritual life, following the teachings of Jesus Christ and living in close communion with Him, one can attain eternal life in heaven. This is in contrast to living a materialistic and worldly life, which is seen as a path towards damnation. In heaven, believers are free from sin and are able to glorify God for eternity, along with all those who have also earned their place in heaven. On the other hand, those who reject God or fail to follow His path will be condemned to spend eternity in hell, where Satan resides. The specifics of what actions will lead one to heaven or hell are not fully understood by Christians, as it is believed that Jesus intentionally left it vague so that true believers would follow His path wholeheartedly and not just for the sake of achieving a desired outcome. Furthermore, the concept of hell itself is not clearly defined, although Catholics believe that in 1917, the Mother of God, Mary, revealed a vision of hell to 3 children in Portugal, along with a vision of the tragedy of World War II, which had not yet occurred at the time. Mormon. There is a long-standing debate surrounding the Mormon theory, with many questioning whether Mormons should be considered a denomination of Christianity or a heresy. Critics of Mormonism often point to their views on the afterlife as evidence that they are being led astray. The Mormon death theory is similar to traditional Christian beliefs in that it states that evil individuals will go to hell and good individuals will go to heaven. However, their perspective on heaven is more complex, as it is divided into 3 degrees of glory: celestial, terrestrial, and telestial kingdoms. The highest and most coveted degree is the celestial kingdom, where individuals can live in the presence of God, continue as families, become gods themselves, create other worlds, have spirit children, and increase in power and glory for eternity. However, some members of the Mormon Church deny that these beliefs are part of their teachings and claim that they stem from misinterpretations of Mormon sermons. This has resulted in a great deal of confusion, speculation, and debate over what Mormons truly believe. Egyptian. Contrary to other beliefs about the afterlife, the ancient Egyptians had a unique theory that the physical body would continue to exist in a similar world after death. However, entry into this afterlife was not guaranteed and required a dangerous journey through the underworld and facing a final judgment. Egyptian pharaohs believed in a second life after death, and their tombs were decorated with text to guide their souls into the afterlife. They also included personal belongings in their tombs, with the value depending on their social status. Pharaohs were provided with vast quantities of wealth and goods in their tombs, symbolizing their belief in returning to the world again. Paranormal. The concept of paranormal theory, similar to the multiverse theory we previously discussed, is a compilation of beliefs and concepts surrounding the mysterious and unexplained phenomena of the paranormal world. It is an area of study that falls outside the boundaries of mainstream scientific understanding and is often the basis of many horror films. Despite its controversial nature, studies have shown that nearly 4 in 10 Americans believe in ghosts, making it a topic that is not uncommon for serious discussion. Paranormal theory suggests that after death, our souls continue to exist on Earth. This idea is often linked to ghost sightings and other paranormal activity. Many also believe that communication with these departed souls is possible through various means, such as Ouija boards, ghost hunting equipment, and even through dreams. Hinduism. The Hindu belief about death and the afterlife is diverse and complex, making it difficult to summarize in one single ideology. However, there are some common themes and concepts that are widely accepted in Hindu thought. The Hindu theory of death is similar to that of Buddhism, as they both agree on concepts such as karma, dharma, marka, and reincarnation. However, there are notable differences between the two, such as the presence of priests, rituals, and the caste system in Hinduism. According to Hindu traditions, the soul is an unchanging and eternal essence of a living being, and it undergoes multiple reincarnations until it achieves self-knowledge. In contrast, Buddhism asserts a rebirth theory. Ancient Greek afterlife. The ancient Greeks believed in an afterlife that was ruled by the god of the underworld, Hades. They believed that the soul would journey to the underworld, where it would be judged by 3 judges. The good would go to the Elysian fields, a paradise where they would live in eternal bliss, while the bad would be sent to Tartarus, a place of eternal punishment. The Greeks also believed in the concept of an afterlife for heroes, where they would reside in the Isles of the Blessed. Norse afterlife. The Norse believed in an afterlife that was divided into different realms. The most well-known is Valhalla, a place where warriors who died in battle would go to live with the god Odin. The other realms included Hell, a place for those who died of illness or old age, and Folkvangr, a paradise ruled by the goddess Freya. The Norse also believed in the concept of reincarnation, where the soul would be reborn in the same family line. Egg theory. The egg theory is derived from a well-known internet tale written by Andy Weir in 2009. The story follows a protagonist named Yu who meets God, portrayed as the narrator, after dying in a car accident at the age of 48. God reveals that you have been reincarnated multiple times and will be reincarnated again as a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD. According to God, all human beings who have ever lived and will ever live are actually you in different forms. Eventually, you will become a god after experiencing every human life. The purpose of the universe, according to God, is for you to understand that every time you harm someone, you are harming yourself. This theory is based on the saying, "What goes around comes around," and takes it to a deeper level. Although not widely believed, the story has gained popularity since its publication. In conclusion, from the ancient Egyptians to Native American cultures, the afterlife is seen as a place of reward or punishment, a temporary waiting place, or a realm of reincarnation. These beliefs have shaped the cultures and practices of different societies, providing comfort and hope for the unknown journey of death. If you wish to share your knowledge, I would be grateful. Please leave your comment below. Share, like, and subscribe to support our channel.